and changed me to a. I went Republican, and then I went to Libertarian, and then I went to Independent Conservative, which I am now. Changed the way I think a little bit, you know. Next question comes from, let me see here. Smoky Dog's Dog Pound. What is your favorite dessert? Have you ever had the ice cream cake from Big Boy? And will you do a food review of it? My favorite dessert is Oreo ice cream. Next question comes from Pitbull Daddy. If God told you that you had to choose one person not being born out of EDP 445 or Colton Wood, who would you pick? Never to be born. EDP 445. At least Colton Woods is entertaining. Next question comes from Smoky Dog Pound. Do you know who Lou Stefano is? I've seen that name. Lou Stefano. Isn't that a victim of Colton Woods? I don't know. Next question comes to Smoky Dog's Dog Pound. Are the rumors true Michigan T got you kicked out of your FBI militia, and why would they listen to Antifa to remove you? Oh, shit. I can't, no comment on this one. I can't. No, I was in a militia group that was, I love the militia, don't get me wrong, but this group that I was in, they, I can't go in details, but Michigan T is a troll on Twitter. He started off trolling insurrectionists, and then he went to the conservative movement in Michigan, and I can't say too much, but there were some things going back and forth, and this Rhino group that I was in, don't get me wrong, I support the militia movement in Michigan. I love them. I love the militia. But some bad leadership happened, and I was on my way out, and I said, you know what, I'm done with this. I was actually on my way out. I was like on my way out when they decided to give me the boot because they didn't like who I was. It had nothing to do with Michigan T. That's what they said, but it was more of how much publicity I get. So, and I guess it was bad for ops. So I went Lone Ranger, and which I continue to do today, while supporting the 3% movement. I think Lone Ranger is the best way to go. Fuck groups. I don't want to be in groups. I'm not saying fuck the militia. I love the militia. I'm saying you gotta understand, some people do better going Lone Ranger, and I think I do better just going Lone Ranger. Some people do better with groups. Some people do better being leaders. Some people do better doing following. You know, I'm a leader, absolutely. I just do better not. I do better being I do better independent. You know, that's just the way it is. I mean, I can't explain it. Some people do better in groups. I do better just doing independent stuff. That's the way I am, and that's the way I think I'm going to approach it. Until the next thing comes. Next question comes from Smoky Dog Pound. Why haven't you done a food review in 3 years? I just did one 10 minutes ago. Next question comes from Joseph Biden. What does El Presidor think of you defending Pedo 445? I haven't heard from El Presidor in a while. You have to ask him. Next question comes from Donald Trump for Prison 2020. How much weight have you gained? Can you step on a scale? It looks like you packed on some pounds. I'm actually under 170 pounds now. I lost some weight. I was packing 179. I went down to 168. I laid off the pizza. Next question, Joseph Biden. Since you got kicked out of the JWO Joker World Order, will you join Lou Stefano's Salty Swimmers, and become a salty swimmer? No. I'm more into weightlifting. Next question comes from some Arabic name I can't even pronounce. It's all scribbled up in Arabic. If Veronica Lewis Clark of Ramona, California told you she would marry you if you left your militias and gave up your political rallies, would you do it? No. Absolutely not. I will not turn my back on my Patriots. I love my Patriots. The best Patriots I've ever met in my entire life. I will never turn my back on my Patriots, especially for Veronica Clark. This same person with the Arabic writing, I don't know what his name is, asks, "What do you think Ted Nugent would think if he's seen the video of you defending EDP 445?" I had a chance to meet Ted Nugent, and I blew it. Well, I didn't really blow it, but I kind of missed him a little bit, so. Missed him by like a couple hours. Fuck. I'll get another chance, don't worry. I got connections. Ugh. Next question comes from Donald Trump for Prison 2020. Will you vote for Gretchen Whitmer in 2022? She's doing a good job and had a good chance at re-election. Nope. I'm voting for Ryan Kelly. My pick is Ryan Kelly. That's who I'm voting for. Let me check my camera, see how many minutes I'm at. I'm at 39. Holy shit. Did go. I passed 33. I'm surprised. I thought my camera cuts off at 33 minutes. I guess not. 3 for your 33. I didn't know I was that far in. 39 fucking minutes. My battery's down to 2 hours now, so. Next question comes from Rose of the Night. Queenie Cameron said she was disappointed in you defending EDP 445. Do you regret your decisions to stick up for him and the consequences of being kicked out of the JWO by Oregon Thumb that came with the defending EDP 445? Once again, I wasn't defending EDP 445. I was defending his constitutional rights. As a constitutionalist, I defend people's rights. Okay? If the government would have done their fucking job and prosecuted EDP 445, which they did not do, you know. So the system failed there. The Kern County Sheriff's Department failed. Okay? And now the state of Nevada is failing. Next question comes from Lon Lon is King. Is the book real? Was Veronica Clark hot? Oh, Veronica Clark made a book on exposing the JWO back in like 2016. The book is real. She sold it on Amazon. I didn't read it yet. Veronica Clark, she's pretty hot, even though she's dressed up to like, you know. Call Me Joker says Veronica Clark made me hard. She's pretty hot. I mean, I wouldn't fuck her, but you know. Next question comes from Rogues of the Night. What is 9 plus 3 minus 1? 11. Next question comes from 666 Beastmaster. What was going through your mind when you made that sick video defending EDP 445? Were you on drugs? The last time I took a drug was I was 19. I smoked marijuana. I snorted cocaine when I was 18, so. Next question comes from Lon Lon King. Why can't Nitro J remove his comments anymore? Is he Maddie now? Oh yeah, Nitro J is mad. I don't know. He's coming back. I haven't seen him in a while, but he's starting to come back. Next question comes from Brefix. Why are you and Smokey Dog still defending EDP 445? Do you think if you defend him, he will give you a video shout out like he did for David Kirk? EDP 445 has already gave me a video shout out several times. Not that I need it now, but yeah. In the words of, well, I ain't gonna say it because I'll get labeled a racist. But EDP 445, he came out and says, "Hey, that's Raging Rob," you know. So that's what he said in the video one time. Duck. Your last question and answer, you failed at doing 5 push-ups. Can you do 5 push-ups now since you got 50 pounds fatter without dropping dead? Okay, let's do this. 5 push-ups without dropping dead. That's 5, right? Okay. Next question comes from U2TP Pew Pew Am a Mega Man Beast. Why is Aaron Swan a biblical beast? Aaron Swan has always been a biblical beast. He was the one that took on the biblical movement past El Presador, but Reggie Roberts standing in his way. This is back in 2015. Next question comes from Call Me Joker. Why is Nerdtro dancing? He's always dancing in my comment section. I don't know what his problem is. Next question comes from Justin Dark. Have you ever watched Waffle Pond? They started being active streaming recently, and it makes me laugh so much to the point where I tear up, which is very rare for me. Tear up. What? They make the greatest freak out video ever. I never heard of them. I'll look up Waffle Pond. The camera's still going? Yeah. Next question comes from Call Me Joker. Why did you defend EDP 445? I already elaborated that. Next question comes from Call Me Joker. Why did Nick Moran leave YouTube? I think he caught COVID-19. And Call Me Joker also asked, why is Beastmaster copying me? And why do I own him mind? What? Beastmaster is not a beast. And that's Raging Rob on record has said that. Next question comes from... This is the last YouTube question. I'm going to go to Twitter questions. This is the last YouTube question. It comes from Dream Floral. What's your favorite Beyonce song? What's that one fucking song she did? Ladies take the da da da. I can't remember the song. Dun 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 dun. I can't think of the name of that fucking song. I don't know what. Ladies, leave your man at home, or I don't know. Beyonce. I used to like Beyonce when I was like a teenager. She was great. Back when she did Destiny's Child, she was fucking awesome. She was hot. But then she married Jay-Z, and that's when she turned full-blown satanic. So I have no respect for her anymore. Okay, let's get some Twitter questions. 2 people on Twitter. I got people messaging me like a motherfucker. Alright. Okay, first we're going to do some Nick Boyer, Mango You're a Beast questions. Mango You're a Beast on Twitter, also known as Nick Boyer. He asked, when did you have your first homosexual experience? Next question. Would you let Clitoris Rex sit on your face for $33? No, but I would let Cardi B sit on my face for $33. For $33,000. For $33,333. And 33 cents. And 0.33 in cryptocurrency. Next question. What is your handler's name? Norm Olson. Next question. Thoughts on the Williams brothers threatening you after they are released? I didn't know they're released. I thought they got life, no parole. Oh, that's right. They got COVID-19, so they had to release them. Shit. I forgot about that. Oh, yeah. They did threaten me. Oh, that's who... I figured it out. Who runs Michigan Tea? It's the Williams brothers. How come I didn't know that? The Williams brothers runs Michigan Tea. How can I not have known? How can I not have known? Oh man, all this fucking time, man. I figured it out, man. The Williams brothers are behind Michigan Tea. And I have to apologize to all my patriots in Michigan for bringing the Williams brothers onto you guys. I am so sorry. And to my fellow insurrectionists, I'm sorry as well. So we got some questions from Barnabas Reynolds. Have feds in your militia force you to do something extreme or suspicious? I left before the shit hit the fan. So next question from Barnabas Reynolds. Why did you disrespect veteran Frank Hassel? I thought you loved the troops. Frank Hassel is a traitor. Did he get stuck in Afghanistan? That's what somebody said. I don't know. He's like John McCain 2.0. I love the troops. I respect the military. Next question. How many weapons do you have stashed at the Resistance hideout, and are you ready for a race war? I'm ready for the Boogaloo. That's what I'm ready for. The Boogaloo. Next question. When do you think the Williams brothers will be out of jail, and are they in jail because you pressed charges against them? They got released because of COVID-19, and they are running an account called Michigan Tea. Next question. Do you think Dr. Canis is transgender? Is that why he's obsessed with you? Yes. Next question. Has Mango's fat ass ever offered to take you out for breakfast? And why does he troll you a lot? I got a quest for Mango. If you're able to escape the communist country of Canada. Mango, let's have breakfast sometime. It's not a homosexual thing, but me and Mango should have breakfast. Next question. Who is your favorite Philippines girlfriend and why? Milani, Tessie, or Rosebell? Tessie. And why? Next question. Why did you stop making food review videos? Please review something. I just reviewed RC Cola 20 minutes ago. And the last question of tonight. Thoughts on Wings of Redemption harassing children on TikTok? Is he the next EDP 445? Yes, yes, and yes. Wings of Redemption, he is he's on a downfall. He's not going to be the next EDP 445. He's going to be the next Colton Woods. You see what's happening here? You see what's happening with Colton Woods? Colton Woods is going to be the next Fed smoker. Wings of Redemption is going to be the next Colton Woods. And EDP 445 is going to be the next Wings of Redemption. And who's going to be the next EDP 445? That's question and answer.